You smell what the Rock is cooking.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is the Ripper Danny B, and welcome to the final week of Asylums before Immortality. It's so close, baby. I can feel it. It is so close right now. And what a way we are! What a night! I'm losing my words already. We've only just started. What a night we have had already. We've seen 6 incredible matches in the highlights, showcasing some of the best that will be competing on the Immortality card. But it doesn't get much bigger than this. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in CWR history, The Rock is in action one-on-one with another superstar. The Rock goes one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler at Immortality at the request of the show-off, but I never expected to see the Great One in singles competition here on Tuesday nights. Absolutely incredible to see The Rock here, and the crowd's reaction tells you all you need to know. And I am excited, baby. Immortality begins a week from Thursday. This is the last male show you will see. One of only 2 shows this week. Of course, we'll see the women on Thursday in their last show. The Rock goes for a warm-up match, but quite frankly, it's not going to be a walk in the park for the Great One. His opponent this evening, he comes to us from Dublin, Ireland, and he weighs in at 270 pounds, and he is the new CWR Patriot Champion, Sheamus. Now, the Patriot Championship, we saw last week that Neville was usurped by the Great Irishman, Sheamus becoming the only male so far to have held both the World and Patriot Championships. But that title reign may not last very long at all. It was decided over the weekend, and I do apologise, I was supposed to put out a post about it, but I didn't. Sheamus will be defending that title at Immortality, not only against Neville, but against Nova, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Rusev. 6 men inside Hell in a Cell. That match set to be a show stealer. Those other 4 men were decided, Aldous Nubel decided that those 4 men will be included watching that fatal 4-way tables match we saw last week, which concluded with Rusev throwing Sami Zayn and Cesaro through a table at once to win the match. But here we go as we lock up this, the final main event before the biggest show of the year, the absolute superstar of shows. Sheamus, the Patriot Champion, has something to prove, and he is no walk in the park. As I said, Sheamus, the only man to have held both the Patriot and World Heavyweight Championships so far, after losing that World Championship after 61 seconds. He won the inaugural tournament, finishing off Heath Slater last at Money in the Bank to win the title, only to have Big E cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase to usurp Sheamus for that belt. Sheamus has been on the warpath, and finally it came full circle as he was able to claim another championship last week. The Rock, of course, not been in the Asylum much at all. We saw him show up for the very first time inside the Royal Rumble match. He was unsuccessful that night, and a couple of weeks later, Dolph Ziggler came out and challenged the Great One to a one-on-one match at Immortality. The Rock gratefully accepted that match, and it's set for the granddaddy of them all, baby. It's The Rock who takes it to Sheamus early on. And we got to talk about Immortality coming up as this match continues on. The matches that we have on the male side alone are incredible. You saw John Cena in action. As a cover, first of all, there's one from the Great One. Sheamus kicks out early. You saw John Cena earlier this evening. He was beaten by countout by Dolph Ziggler, who we know is going one-on-one with The Rock. Cena, of course, accepted a challenge from the legendary Undertaker. Undertaker will face John Cena at Immortality. Sheamus there. Look at that high knee, sending The Rock over the top and down to the outside. This is your traditional 1-fall match. These men will need to finish this inside the ring. An absolutely incredible showdown that's going to be, and John Cena needed all the momentum in the world going into the match with The Rock, and he didn't quite get it. We also saw Triple H He took out Finn Balor before his match, but Balor was able to rally and get the win over Jack Swagger. Balor will face Triple H at Immortality at Balor's request. He says if he needs to be the man, you got to beat the man, and the man in today's business is his mentor, The Game. And then, of course, the Tag Team Championships will be on the line at Immortality. It wasn't quite decided how they would be on the line, but the Warden has decided to give all of the big tag teams in the Asylum the opportunity, as the Lucha Dragons, Enzo and Cass, and the Wyatt family, and the New Day will all compete in a mini tournament, a tag team turmoil mini tournament. The winners will face the Machines. Later on the last day of Immortality, on the Sunday, they will face the Machines for the titles. The Wyatt family cannot be best pleased about that, considering they have already beaten the champions here tonight in 2-on-2 action. Be interested to see how that one plays out. I mean, that's just some of the great matches we have in store for you. But of course, headlining the entire event as The Rock takes it to Sheamus right now. Headlining the entire event, Kevin Owens, the CWR World Champion. Here's a pin from The Rock. There's two. Sheamus kicks out. You saw Kevin Owens earlier this evening defeat R-Truth. He will be putting his CWR World Heavyweight Championship on the line against former champions Shinsuke Nakamura and the winner of the 2016 CWR Royal Rumble, Bray Wyatt. That one is going to knock it out of the park. And of course, we've got a lot of women's matches to talk about as well, going to be on the card, and we will get to them on Thursday evening. For now, we turn our attention, should I say, back to this match. Sheamus tries to get one up over on The Rock there, and the Great One showing no signs of ring rust as he takes it to Sheamus, but Sheamus turns it right around, flattens The Rock. This is a very evenly matched kind of style. Sheamus is definitely a brawler. The Rock, I guess you couldn't really put a stamp on his style. More of a showman than anything else. I guess you'd call him a brawler if you needed to. Both men are roughly the same height, same weight. The only real advantage has got to be the experience for The Rock and the popularity of the Great One. That crowd must get into Sheamus's head at some point. The Rock goes for the sharpshooter. Sheamus, I think, just about got his fingers on the ropes. That was enough to break the count. And The Rock goes right back to those legs, though, trying to keep the power out of the big man, which is a very sensible move. Especially, but here comes, never mind the Irish curse. I was just about to say that Sheamus, if his leg is damaged, he's going to suffer with the bro kick. Doesn't matter, he thought of another way. There's two. Sheamus feeling just confused. He wanted to make sure The Rock stayed down after that one. The Great One wasn't having any of it, and he comes right back in with the right hand. Here comes The Rock. Lifts Sheamus up, hooks the legs. Fisherman's suplex there by Dwayne Johnson. And both of these men, they need the momentum going in to the big show. Sheamus has got the challenge of a lifetime as he defends against 5 other men inside the cell, including Neville, who has been near enough unstoppable from time to time. Neville is an incredible high flyer. Nova, of course, is the young buck. He managed to defeat Roman Reigns in the first round of the inaugural CWR tournament. The Rock now taking apart the table. Bad intentions here in the mind of the Great One. Nova is going to be one to watch out for. He's consistently stayed in everybody's minds, no matter how his win-loss records looks. He's just about stayed at everybody's minds. And then, of course, there's Sami Zayn, the underdog from the Underground, and Cesaro, 2 men who the crowd will be absolutely behind, who have had varied levels of success here in the Revolution. But they're going to be looking to put that all to rest with a championship win. And then there's Rusev, the Bulgarian Brute. A destroyer, a monster, a man who has got all the momentum in the world at the moment. The Rock now slipping into the ring, breaking the count. Sheamus still on the outside as referee hits to 6. Wouldn't be a great way for The Rock to win his debut one-on-one match here in the Revolution, but I'm guessing the Great One would take it if need be. Sheamus makes it back in at 7. The Rock goads him into the ring. Sheamus, who gets the advantage of the exchange there, a little quick with his hands. Oh, look at the bro kick! That didn't look like it was the most devastating one in the world, but never mind. Here's the cover. That's 2. And then Rock rolls the shoulder up at 3. I don't quite know how we managed that. Sheamus popped up The Rock after an Irish whip, dropped him with a bro kick. Now, I did say it didn't look like he got all of it there. Maybe the damage The Rock has been doing to Sheamus's legs paid dividends. But it doesn't matter. The Rock was able to roll the shoulder up, and this match continues, and now the Great One goes after the shoulder, slamming it into the post and out of the corner with a slam. The Rock, of course, going to be looking to hit the rock bottom or the people's elbow to put this one away at some point. Rocky instead going for a cover right now. There's 1, 2. Looked like the referee did get his hand down there for 2. Doesn't matter what number it really was, though, because Sheamus rolls out, and now it's the Rock turn to look a little frustrated. Into the corner goes the Great One. A very surprisingly competitive match here, but you kind of had to expect it. Sheamus, love him or hate him, has been a dominant force here in the Revolution so far. You put him up against the man with all the momentum in the world in The Rock. Anytime The Rock steps into the ring, he's got all the momentum in the world because he has the crowd 100% behind him. Sheamus weathered that early storm, and now this is looking like a very close contest, and right to the face goes Sheamus. Blatant disregard for the rules there. Looks like the referee is going to ignore it for now. Could be at the detriment of the Great One, though. The People's Champ laying on his back as Sheamus plots his next move. Careful, methodical, that is all in the eyes of the Irishman. That's exactly what he's going to try and do. It's just slowly beat down the Rock. He knows that the Great One can come from anywhere, and Sheamus is prepared for that. And look at that stunner! Borrowing from his old friend Stone Cold Steve Austin, there is the Rock as he goes for the stunner, but Sheamus saw it, hit it, came back from it. The Rock goes for a counter though, and now is back in control of this contest as the Rock turns Sheamus around and lift the 270-pound Irishman into the air for a shoulder breaker. Took a moment to get back to his feet there, did Dwayne, but he's in control once again. Oh, we went for the patented people's boots. Sheamus wasn't having any of it. The Rock went for the rock bottom, and Sheamus once again had an answer for it. The Rock comes back with a snapmare takedown, using a second to catch his breath as he thinks about how to put away the Irishman. A nice choke there from the Rock, keeping Sheamus down. Sheamus careful not to let both shoulders hit the floor, and he manages to roll it out. Gets the Rock into a side headlock of his own. And this match is just back and forth. It is almost impossible to keep calling, because by the time I've called a move, the other guy has taken advantage again. This is an absolutely brilliant back and forth contest. The Rock is now the one in control, stumping a mud hole in Sheamus' chest, but Sheamus once again just, it looked like he teleported out the way there. He moved so fast. Snake eyes from the Irishman. Luckily for the Rock, he didn't decide to go all Undertaker on that move and finish it up with the Brogue, because that would have been that. Sheamus for the second time. Irish curse connects, and you saw just how poignant that move was, right into the lower back of the Rock. And Sheamus confident he has it now. There's 1, 2, and 3. No, the Rock once again. This is unbelievable, people. Sheamus looked like he was going to go for the Brogue, changed his mind, went for the slap. He's goading the Rock back to his feet now. This could be all she wrote for the Great One. No, never mind. Sheamus going big. He's got him up. And there's the crucifix. And the Rock, did you see him get caught up in the ropes there? Jesus says 1, 2, 3. Wow. On paper, that would have gone a completely different way. Looks like the Sheamus has left the ring already. And there's Dolph Ziggler. The Rock just celebrating with his fans there for a second. Dolph Ziggler not going to let that happen for too long. Holy balls. 9 days, people, when you see those two finally clash. My name has been the Ripper Danny B. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we shall see you all Thursday for the final asylum before Immortality. Good night, take care, keep at it, and keep it sweet. Thank you very much.